Hello everyone, welcome to Cigar Bunch Cigar Review. Today we're looking at a comparison between Cohiba Siglo #6 fake and real. So I will let you guys guess which one of these two boxes are real and which one is fake. So I'm sure a lot of you are cigar aficionados and you have seen many different cigar boxes, Cuban cigar boxes. And by looking at it, if you said the left one is fake, you're right. Actually, the right one is the real one, and the left one is the fake cigar. So now, let's do a side-by-side comparison. They actually didn't do a really bad job with the box. When I'm looking at it, you know, there is some imperfection in the print job. But you know, overall it's not bad. You can see some bad print job on the side here. The first thing that you should notice is that this has a kind of a matte label. This should be actually a hologram, and the label looks actually faded. So let's compare it to the real one. As you can see, this is a hologram, and it's actually reflecting the light, and much better color compared to this one, which looks very faded and very bad quality. So going around the box, you have this other label here. It's missing the second line. It's actually not a bad one. It's embossed. When you touch it, you can feel it, but should have a second line, just like this one. And the color, as you can see, it's a little bit faded compared to the real one. So the left one is a bit of kind of a faded. It doesn't have the second line, and also the print quality is not as great. The other thing that you should always look at is box code, the factory and the date that it was produced. So here, if I look at this one, as you can see, it was produced in April 2012, and at the factory code SOE. They did a great job in printing this at the bottom of the box, but as you can see, this one has it too, but definitely this one is missing the factory date on it. So now let's take a look at the cigars themselves. So when you open it, the cedar, it's not actually that bad. I would say maybe they stole it from the factory. The cedar looks good. It smells decent, but you know, I'm not sure about this faded kind of Cohiba. It should be a little bit better than this. And here are the cigars. Sorry, my frame is not as large, but here we can take a look at them. So they actually did a good job in terms of putting in the this kind of band around the cigars and basically putting them in the box. It's not a really bad job. Let's see the foot of the cigar. There you go. Not that great. You see a lot of junk in them. We can now go back and compare it with the real Cohiba Siglo VI. So as you can see, the print job on this one is almost perfect on the cedar. My apologies that this one is out of cigars. It's one of my favorite cigars, the size, and I've smoked most of them, but at least I have 3 of them to compare. So let's see here. Yeah, this one looks okay. So now let's do a comparison side by side with the cigars itself. So here I can actually take one out. There we go. So let's see here what we got. So maybe I should ask you again, which one is the real and which one is the fake? Actually the size is almost the same. The fake one looks a little bit shorter, but as you can see here, when you look at the cigar, the foot is a little bit actually hard to tell which one is fake and which one is real. But the right hand side is the real one. But when you look at the wrapper, especially Siglo VI, it's a premium cigar, and sorry about that, let me just get this there we go. It's a premium cigar, so the wrapper should look excellent. So as you can see, the top one is the fake one. The wrapper is very rough, very rough, just definitely looks like a fake cigar. And this one is very smooth. And this one is, because of the movement in the box, probably cracked when I was, because the box is empty. When I roll around, it actually gets hit to the sides and sometimes cracks the wrapper. Now let's look at the caps. You know, actually they didn't do a very bad job on top. It's a triple cap, but as you can see, this is much smoother, much more beautiful. And since this is a premium cigar sold at $450 US dollars in Havana, they have to do a great job when they're putting out this product. So let's look at the label or the band. As you can see here, the this one is done poorly, and the print job on the top one, which is the fake one, is not correct. For example, if you look at the white area here, is spilling out. This one is just perfect. On top, you should have exactly 3 dots, just like this one. 1, 2, 3. If you go around, this one actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the print is not perfect. As you can see, some of them are actually showing up here in this area. Also, if you look at the Cohiba itself, right here, you can see there's a bit of a white area that is separating the black and the gold. The black should sit on the gold directly. And also the Habanos should not be touching the gold area, and it should have enough space for the design aspect of it. So as you can see, the label, just like my other video, the Maduro 5, is actually giving out if this cigar is fake or real. These labels are printed with German machinery, Heidelberg's 5 color. They must be basically perfect. So there you go. This is a comparison of Cuban cigar, Cohiba Siglo number 6, fake and real. Always try to, as I've always mentioned, always try to buy real Cuban cigars, because the fake ones, you don't know where they were rolled and what kind of a sanitation was in the environment. You're going to be putting the cigar in your mouth for an hour, and if there's any bacteria, any germs from the bad sanitation of their rolling area, you might get sick, and it's a health hazard. So make sure that you always buy real cigars. If you have good sources, they're actually reasonably priced, and overall, nothing is like a great Cuban cigar, a real Cuban cigar, and the pleasure that you get. So always stay away from fake, even if the person in Cuba tells you, they swear up and down that this is a great cigar. Always buy it from the factory, from the authentic stores, and always check the prices online before you go buy, so you have an idea. For example, this Siglo number 6 is around $450, so that's the range that you should be paying for. Maybe 50 more or 50 less, but not $50. That's what the fakes go for, basically. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment on the YouTube video. Cheers, guys.